Fischer. Welcome to your practice. This practice is for you if your legs are feeling tired or achy. You will want a blanket, a bolster, and your yoga strap. So grab your yoga strap and please come down onto your back. Unfurl your yoga strap, bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Put both feet flat to the mat and then bring your right knee in towards your chest just enough that you can loop the strap around the ball of your right foot and take your right foot into the air for Supta Padangusthasana number 1. In this pose, first just notice the relief of feeling the stretch. And then notice if you are pulling really hard such that your right butt, your right seat is up off the mat. You actually want your right seat back down on the mat. So low, in fact, that your low back has curve. So create curve in your lower back by bringing your right leg down a little lower. And then slowly stretch your left leg along the mat until your left thigh becomes flush to the mat. Even if that means that your right leg comes lower than it was just a moment ago. The reason that we press the thigh bones back into the back of the hamstring muscle is that it helps to calm your nervous system. If your legs are very tired or you've had a very active day, just calming your nervous system helps to give your legs some relief and settle your whole energy body down. Take the right thigh bone and press it forward into the right hamstring. And move your right shin towards your face and press up through your right leg. Take the strap just in your right hand and slowly open your right leg to the right. Keep your left, you can bring your left arm out to the left. Notice if your left hip is rolling over with you to the right. Pull back with the left hip. Raise your right leg a little if you need to. And keep your left thigh moving towards the mat as best you can. Keeping your right leg where it is, spin your low belly back to the left. Supta Padangusthasana number 2. You may be able to adjust your hold on your strap. Let your breath fill and empty. Slowly bring your right leg back up to center. Take the strap just in your left hand now. Like I said before, keep your right hip on the floor securely, and this time slowly cross your right leg about 2 or 3 inches to the left. So it's not a very far movement, not a very big movement. Just crossing slightly over. For most people, this is a lot of sensation. You can get a lot of tightness and tenderness through the outer leg in the junction between the hamstrings and the quadriceps. That's covered up by the IT band. So when you stretch in this plane, it helps to open up that area. Inhale, bring your right leg back up to the sky. Release it from your strap. Release your leg completely to the floor and rest a moment, just feeling the difference between the two sides. Now bend both knees, bring your feet flat to the mat. Keep your low back with a light curve up off the floor and bring your left knee in and bring the strap around the ball of your left foot. Take your left leg to the sky. Hold the strap such that your arms are not pulled out of the sockets. Soften your shoulders to the mat. Again, notice if you've pulled your left leg up too high and it's pressing your low back to the mat. Lower your left leg, bring your low back off the floor. And then slowly stretch your right leg down along the floor until the back of the right thigh comes to the mat. So that may lower your left leg quite a bit. You may notice, though, that even if the left leg is lowered quite a bit, you can still feel a lot of stretch and expansion in your left left hamstring muscles. Press the left thigh bone forward towards the bottom of your mat. Press your left shin more towards your face. We work in opposition in the leg to keep the leg very straight and strong. Now take the strap just in your left hand, turn your left leg out slightly, and take your left leg out to the left. If you're hitting furniture or a wall, it's actually fine as long as your leg is out to a far degree. You can push into the wall or push into the furniture. It gives you nice feedback. If not, keep using your core. So spin your belly back to the right and do your best to anchor your right thigh bone towards the mat. Receive your breath as a way to calm yourself and to quiet your legs if they've been very tired. Now bring your left leg back up to the sky. Switch hands with the strap and slowly cross over just enough so your buttock does not come up off the mat. It stays down. Send your breath to anywhere that feels tight or stuck, constricted. And inhale, slowly bring your left leg back to the sky. Release it from your strap, set it down, rest both arms, rest both legs. Notice the difference. We'll take that one step further. Now, bend both knees once again. Bring your left leg up into the strap. Bring your right leg up into the strap. Push down on your left foot, lift your hips and shift them 2 inches to the right. Slowly stretch your left leg and roll all the way over onto your left hip. So sometimes people don't get all the way over. Go all the way over onto your left hip. You can lift your hip up and send it back even more, all the way over onto the left side of your ribcage. Hold the strap with your left hand. Go ahead and stack the hips, stack your sacrum. So your sacrum's not forward and it's not back, but it's stacked up. So you may then hover your right foot a little bit up off the mat. Use your right hand to guide your right hip towards the front of your mat. Lift your low belly in and turn your ribs now towards the sky. Take your right arm back and see if your right shoulder can move towards the mat. And then stretch your right arm out. Twisted at Supta Hasta Dushasana number 3. Continues to stretch the outer leg and can get up and into the outer hip and the glutes. When you release those areas, your legs feel like they have more vitality. But if they're really tight, it can feel very constricted. Turn your head back towards your foot. Inhale, bring your right leg back to the sky. Bend your left knee and shift your hips way back onto your mat. Take your right foot out of the strap and put your left foot up in the strap. With your right knee bent, your right foot on the floor, lift your hips, move them a few inches over to the left. Excuse me. Take the strap in your right hand, stretch your right leg out, and roll over. Now I catch myself on my elbow for starters, and then use your hand, shift your hips back, and really press the top of your bottom thigh, your right thigh back. Keep flexing your left foot. Take your left hand to your left outer hip crease, and roll your left outer hip crease towards the front of the room. Breathe with this. It can be very intense for some of us. And then turn your belly, turn your ribs. And bring your left arm to the floor. Maybe even turn your gaze towards your left hand. Remember, your sacrum should be completely perpendicular to the floor. It should be straight up and down, not tilted forward towards your foot or pulled back away from your foot. Should be straight up and down. And activate both feet so that your SI joint is protected. Inhale, bring your left leg back to the sky, bend your right knee, shift your hips back into the center, and release yourself from the strap. Stretch both legs out just for another minute. Notice how there's a feeling of aliveness more in your legs now. And gently roll to one side and bring your short edge of your mat up against a wall. Get your bolster and get your blanket, bring them with you. Short edge of the mat comes up against the wall. Now, bring your bolster so that it is just a few inches away from the wall. And the long edge of the bolster is up towards the wall, so just a couple of inches away. Then grab your blanket and like so will be, and well, let's do this one. Fold the blanket so that you have a blanket like this. Take that blanket, take the smooth edge up against your bolster. And then come to sit to the side of your bolster. So one shoulder is towards the wall. You're sitting with your hips on the bolster. Shoulder towards the wall. If you haven't ever come into legs up the wall from the side, you may want to watch this and then come back and try it. Otherwise, go with me. You place your hand that's not by the wall onto the floor. You put the other hand on the wall, move your hips closer to the wall, and then support yourself as you roll your legs onto the wall, your buns onto the bolster, your buns towards the wall, and then rest back. Land such that your shoulders are just about on the blanket beneath you. Your head is on the blanket beneath you. Your buns are slightly hanging off the bolster towards the wall. And your legs are on the wall, up the wall. Turn your palms up. Let yourself soften. If this is too much strain on your hamstrings, move your bolster further away from the wall so that the angle on the legs is not quite as strong, as deep. You may also rest your calves in the seat of a chair instead. Now in this position, close your eyes and let go. Feel the sense of fluids and inflammation washing out of your legs, down through your legs, back towards your vital organs, back towards your body, where your body can help circulate your blood, help circulate the vitality that's been stuck in your legs, and your legs get refreshed. Choose to stay in legs up the wall for as long as you wish. I've heard it said that 10 minutes of legs up the wall is equivalent to a half an hour of sleep. So if you're feeling very tired, wish, you may choose to stay here a little longer. If you're ready to close your practice, bend both knees, bring your feet to the wall. Bring your left arm across your body and just roll yourself fully to the right. Very gently support yourself. Pause on your right side for a moment because you've been upside down. I want your body to come back to this horizontal plane first. And then push into your hands. Come back up to a seated position. Cross your legs for just a moment. Close your eyes, bring your hands to your heart. Notice the difference in your body. May this practice help to support and sustain you as you go through